Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Alexander from Brazil, and today I want to talk with you about my best things and information that I have found for hydras and what are the best heroes I have found. Okay, so first of all we need to talk about Ju. Ju is the best hero for hydras. There is no other better hero than Ju, okay? So this is my Ju. I want to show my heroes stats for you before we show the things, okay? So this is my Ju power. And another good hero for hydras is Mojo. So this is my Mojo, and you can see he is not so strong, but he's very good for hydras, and the secret of Ju is his last skills, Hex. So why Hex is so good? Because even after Mojo is dead, this is curse hydras and make damage, okay? It's 16% of damage that Mojo receives during each 2 seconds. And the 60% is pure magic damage that Mojo is giving for hydras, okay? So this skill has synergy with Ju, because Ju first skill, he gets speed, and he also get so his second skill, Ju deals additional damage, pure damage, it's very good. And also his third skill, for a period of time, you increase his attack, and he focus all at hydras, and it's pure damage, okay? And after his last skill, he gets speed, and it makes thousands of damage. So it has a great, this first skill here has a great synergy with Martha and Fia. So you can see here speed bonus 180%, and when Martha is the third best hero or best healer for hydras, okay? So here she can speed more 240%, so it's 180% plus 240%. It's too much speed for Ju, and it makes thousands of damage, okay? So other good hero, and it's a good combo, is Orion with Ju and Mojo. And I have made thousands of tests, and I have noticed that Orion is better than Mojo, Nebula, and Ju. So Orion, Mojo, and Ju is much better than Mojo, Nebula, and Ju, okay? So in my last video I show with Nebula, but with Orion is much better, and I show you the results, not the videos, okay? So Orion has thousands of magic damage, and he is very fast, so even every time he is doing damage, and also Martha can speed Orion and makes 1000 damage. So a good combo is Martha, Orion, Mojo, Ju, and a tank. So I advise you use the Astaroth or Corvus, and for mage hydras you can use the Rufus. Rufus is the best tank for mage hydras. So at the windy hydras you can also use the Endivari. Endivari is very good for windy hydras, because the Endivari can protect against displacement, and the windy hydras make your team has displacement. But with Rufus at the windy hydras, I noticed much better results with Rufus even at the windy hydras, okay? So for light, darkness, and the windy, you can use the Rufus. Rufus is the best tank for mage hydras, okay? And we also have Fia. My Fia is not so strong, but if you don't have a strong Martha, you can use the Fia. Fia last skill, he can speed 50%, and this skill is like Mojo skill that its works even when they are dead. So if you don't have a good Martha, you can use Fia and she can speed your Ju, okay? So it has a great synergy with Ju. And we can also use Maya. So you can see I don't have a strongest Maya, but I have Narcissus, some players sharing their battles, and with Maya we can also have a good result with this combo Ju and Mojo, okay? So you can use Maya with them. Dorian is also very good for Hydras, but he is very good for combo Elmer and Daredevil, okay? He doesn't work very well at Hydras, and I have noticed that when I use him with Kira, it's not work very well. So, but you can use the combo Daredevil and Elmer. They are very strong with Dorian at Hydras. So, is Daredevil. Daredevil is one of the best heroes for Hydras after Ju. Okay, I don't have a strongest Daredevil, but I have a strongest Elmer. So Elmer, when he's jumping behind, he can give armor penetration for your team, and he also can recover his health from Dorian. The Elmer and Dorian has a great synergy, and the Daredevil don't have too much armor penetration. So if you mix this combo, Elmer and the Daredevil can make thousands of damage at Hydras, but it's not so much than combo Ju and Mojo, okay? And we also heard about talk about King Mao. So King Mao, I don't have a strongest King Mao, how can you see here? But her skill Dragon's Claw at maximum level, it's about 20% of damage or current enemy health, and it's 20%, so it's too much. But I have noticed some players sharing their battle results, but it's not work so much than other combos that I have talked, but I don't know. She's not so good than Elmer and the Daredevil and the Mojo and Ju, okay? So now let's going to talk about the best things I have found for Hydras and the results. So here, how you can see, against Darkness, the combo Orion, Mojo and Ju, okay? So I have used here Martha for speed and the Rufus for protection against magic attacks. So you can see here, the best results is much better than my last combo that I have showed in my last video, okay? So now let's see here another result against Light. So you can see here more damage, it's 19,000 of damage, so it's very good. And here Wind, so you can see here more 21,000 of damage, so it's really good, okay? You can see here my strongest combo Corvus and Morgan. My undeads are not so good against Hydras, but they made some damage, but so it's 22,000 of damage, and you can see here, now I show you, much more than when I use Endivaria as a tank. So Endivaria can protect against the wind displacement, and after, so water, 80,000 damage, and after, how you can see here, against fire Hydra, they can make much more damage than other Hydras. So you can see here, it's always against fire Hydras we have the best results, okay? So I hope you enjoyed the video, and please consider to subscribe. For Brazilian friends, I am always trying to put Portuguese subtitles at the next day or less than 24 hours. And please give your like, okay? So, see you later, bye bye.